Hey, welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I tell you about all kinds of cool edibles and non-edibles and just cool tropical plants that I like. If you like that kind of stuff, don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, like it. Okay, let's get started. Today I want to tell you about something that I've made other videos about, and that's the dragon fruit cactus plant. I've taken a number of cuttings from a neighbor who I asked if I could take some cuttings from, and he was generous enough to let me take some. And these are incredibly easy to grow. I'm going to show you one here that I planted probably about 8 years ago. It's a real slow grower, actually. But you know, I can pick this up because the dragon fruit doesn't really have a lot of thorns in it. I just kind of jammed it in the ground after I let the cutting dry a little bit. But you can see this one's reaching out. I got some other ones. What they'll do is climb up, and my theory was that I would let it climb up this sea grape that I planted from a seed years ago. And I'm about to do that. What I'm going to do is I'll take some string, and I'm going to tie it up to this, about like that. And I don't know if you can see here. I'll focus in on another shot, but it has little roots growing out. I'm going to try to take a couple little cuttings off of that, and I'm also going to try to move these up. Now this is a tree climbing cactus, and it'll produce cactus fruit. Now the cactus fruit that it produces is not that tasty. Loud motorcycle. It's not that tasty, but it's interesting enough. Most cactus fruits taste kind of watery, to be honest, but I like them. I think they're cool. These look really cool. They're like a bright red cactus flower, and this is a fun one to grow. I'll tell you, once it gets started, once it really gets growing, it'll climb quickly, and you'll have plenty of cuttings to trim it back. So if you can find one, go ahead and ask, see if you can get a cutting. Let the cutting dry. Really, you cut it at a node, so I can cut it right down in here. Cut it at a node, let it dry for a few days, week, and then just plant it straight in the ground, about maybe 3 inches, 4 inches, and it'll grow generally if you keep it watered. You don't want to overwater it. However, though, this cactus is proof that despite a lot of water, they do tend to grow. What do you think, Jack? Do you like this? Yeah? Will you eat a fruit when it comes off of here? Oh, good. Okay, well, Jack will try one. Nice thing about these cactus fruit, as opposed to the prickly pear, which is another very common type of cactus fruit, is that the dragon fruit doesn't really have a lot of thorns in the fruit. It doesn't have a lot of cactus spines in the fruit, whereas the prickly pear is notorious for producing lots of little hair-like cactus thorns that'll get in your lips, and they're very hard to get out and itch for a long time after that happens. So, you know, that's something to consider. But, you know, this is about what they look like after you've let them grow for a little while. I think they're kind of an interesting look. They have this three flap look to them, and this one took some weed whacker hits too, I'm pretty sure, and it's been getting hit by salty sulfur water for quite some time, but it's still indoors, you know, so that's fun when you don't have to do much. I haven't done anything to it other than stick it in the ground, and every once in a while I'll trim off a piece if it goes too far, like this one is going too far. But now this one's long enough. I'm just gonna tie it up here. If I flex it too much, it'll snap because it's pretty brittle, but it's obviously got a nice healthy root structure. This centerpiece, the original cutting that I planted, will get rather woody. It won't be green anymore once it grows to a certain point, and you can it almost looks like a tree trunk when it gets to a certain size. This will easily grow up this sea grape. This sea grape is not that big. I keep trimming it back and trying to promote its upward growth because I want this to grow up the sea grape. I thought that's cool. I haven't seen one before, so I'm experimenting with that. But what a cool cactus to grow. Very little thorns, it gives you fruit, it'll grow up trees, all the properties that I love in a cactus. What I don't like in a cactus is when it has really medieval thorns on it. And by that I mean thorns that if you by mistake rub up against it, you're going to get a deep puncture wound, and perhaps even worse, like it's happened to me. The spine goes in and snaps off, and now you have a piece of cactus thorn deep inside you. And if you don't get that out, it'll fester, and you have to end up going in there and digging it out. And that's no fun. So that falls under the general category of plants that hurt you. Do you want plants that hurt you in your yard? I've heard arguments for and against that idea. Plants that hurt you. I have a lot of small kids, so I don't want any plants in my yard that can hurt you. I've gone through the process of eliminating poisonous plants, plants with large thorns, all that kind of stuff, because I don't want anybody to get hurt by something that's growing in my yard. This is relatively close to a sidewalk too, and we don't want to be discourteous and plant stuff near sidewalks that kids might come by and go up to investigate it, touch it, and get hurt. Bad karma in my book. But anyway, the dragon fruit cactus. Here's what it looks like a little while after you plant the cutting. And you can see, it's a beauty. If you want to see a mature version of what this looks like, you can look at a video on Eat Your Backyard. It's one of the original videos that I did that shows what they look like when they're gigantic. And the one that I took it off of was just simply huge. It was growing maybe 30, 40 feet up a palm tree, and it produced a fair amount of fruit as well. Okay, hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something. If you know something about the dragon fruit cactus that you could share with the rest of the world on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. If you like it, don't forget to like it. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, be notified as I make more videos, please subscribe to my channel, Eat Your Backyard, and I would like to thank you for watching.
Dad, when do you want to go in the backyard?
Good now.